Good morning. Thank you, Jesus, for the day. It is Tuesday. Let's get to work. Today I started on one of these open shelving cabinet situation things. I don't know. It's all angled. I need to make the toe kick for this cabinet. And then I need to make another cabinet just like it, essentially. I think the other one's a little bit bigger, but it's going to be the same thing. I didn't want to edge band it, and they didn't really want a face frame, so I put this on top of it. It's almost like a wood filler, putty, Bondo mix thing, and I just need to lightly sand it, get it super smooth, and it covered the end of all of the, it's essentially like a combi cord plywood with an MDF cover, so it paints up really well. So I need to do that, make the toe kick, and then make a whole nother cabinet, redo the same thing I just did, and finish that. I've started cutting down some of our doors and drawer fronts to the exact width and height. Those two doors are done. I'm working on these stack of drawer fronts. There's like 20 drawer boxes and one fake front, so there's 21 drawer fronts technically in this kitchen. And then Jacob is putting together the rest of these doors and drawer fronts. So when he's done putting them together, we can get them sanded in the vertical belt sander. When I'm done here, I think what we'll do is Jacob will come over here, we'll router everything, get everything double checked, and then I'll bore the doors, we'll palm sand everything, and then they can be sprayed. There's already like maybe 10 or 12 doors over there getting sprayed, so we just need to keep the line going so the sprayers can keep spraying, they can stay busy. And then once all the doors are made and everything, we'll focus on those two cabinets, the toe kick for the one, and then the full cabinet, and then those got to get sprayed. So it's gonna be a little bit of a crazy day, but that's okay. All the doors that I'm able to cut down are now cut down. Now what I'm gonna start doing, since Jacob's been routering, I'm gonna start double checking all the measurements, puttying, and then we'll palm sand. Once that's completed, we'll bore with the Bloom mini press. Right, Jakey?
Oh yeah.
3 more left.
3 more. Doing good.
3 more. We got all of our doors puttied, double checked. Now we're gonna use some 150 grit. Just make sure everything is perfect. And then once everything is fully sanded, looks really good, we're gonna bore the doors with our Bloom mini press, and this set will be ready for spray. And then we have, I don't know how many, maybe about 15 or so more, maybe 20 more, that we got to repeat this whole process. And then once that's fully done, all of these doors with this Egret white kitchen remodel will be fully completed, and Jacob and I will start working and finishing the cabinets that are sitting right over there. Jacob's sanding down the last door right there. That's the trash door, so that does not need a bore hole, but I am going to double check that. What I'm going to do now is clean up my mess, and then I'm going to bore these doors. There's not that many of them in this flight that we're doing. It's all mostly drawer fronts that I've stacked over there. Let me just double check. Where's the tape measure? I'm just gonna double check that door real quick, Jakey. It's right there. Number 28, no bore. This is number 28. 17, 30, 28, 17, 30, no bore. Okay. Because it'll actually attach to the trash unit itself. Let's get a little Pensiola. Mark that. Those ones definitely okay. All the rest are normal. Will you move your drinks and stuff? Will you move your drinks and stuff? Set back to 20 on both. Clamp it. Grab us 2 of our hinges for this order. It's 3.5 from the top, 3.5 from the bottom. So it doesn't matter if I board this side or that side, because the hinging is identical on the left and the right hand side. If it was different, like if the bottom was up, I would have to orient the door, each door a certain way. Which makes it a little bit harder. And then on these big doors we do 3. Pretty much anything above like 34 I do 3. but I center it. So again, the orientation doesn't matter. As long as you don't put it in the top or the bottom. That would be bad. Press it all the way down. Dunzoed. Clamp. Press. Bore. Press the hinge in. And then Jacob just unscrews them. Puts them in the baggie. And those are ready to go. Now I just need to do these last 4 doors. And then Jacob and I are going to go start putting together those doors way down there. We got all of our Shaker 45 doors completed that were in that set. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 more to do. Oh, 15, 16, 17, 18. There is 19. 19 left. I'm going to put these together, sand them in the vertical belt sander, clean off my camera, and get going. Getting all of these copes and sticks here prepped up for Jacob. We like to just kind of sand this. As we're sanding the rest of the door, we like to get this part sanded to 45 just to make sure it's all perfect. Using this small Milwaukee sander here. Just want to make sure everything is nice and cleaned up here. That way when we go to put it together, it goes together the way it should, quite honestly. It's really the only reason. Jacob's over there putting in our panel buddies, again, to make sure our panels have some room to expand and contract as the humidity raises or the temperature drops or raises or whatever can happen inside of a house. Feels perfect. Feels perfect. And these ones are good. Okay, that's another one done here. Try to find 34 for him. Maybe 34. And Jacob has a bunch of them already made up. We're just going to keep trucking on these and then we'll start sanding. Get them down to 3/4 of an inch thick. Jacob put together all of our Shaker 45 doors. The glue is now dry. You know what time it is? Time to take them to the light belt sander or the vertical belt sander. We're going to get these down from 13/16 of an inch thick to 3/4 of an inch thick before we cut all the doors and door fronts down to the perfect size. 2 of the sets are over there. Now this is the last set for this kitchen remodel. I think there's 19, so we're going to basically get these sanded down, get them cut down, routed, puttied, palm sanded, board, and then Jacob and I are going to start working on. There's one cabinet right there. I need to make another one, and I need to make the toe kick for both of those. Jacob and I, we got all of our doors sanded down from 13/16 to 3/4 of an inch thick. We have them all organized by height, so I'm going to start cutting all these drawer fronts, get those done. Then I'll get those drawer fronts done. These are all 6.5. These are all 10 and 3. That's 10 and 3/4. Those are 11 3/4. Then I'll work on these uppers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're all 39 and 1/4. Once I get that completed, Jacob will be back. He's going to start routering. We're going to double check. We're going to putty. We're going to palm sand. And then we'll bore the doors. And then all of these doors will now be completed. As long as when we double check them, they're all correct, which they have been so far. So I think there's like 19 right here. We're going to get these done. And then we'll start working on the 2 special corner cabinets. Jacob might, I don't know if he will, but he might go and deliver the rest of the lowers to Brandon and Carl. I think they were tearing out and starting to put in uppers, which is crazy awesome. So we'll just kind of see. But I'm going to start cutting these doors down, and then Jacob can start routing. I have our saw stop prepped up to 6 5/8. I'm taking an 1/8 inch off the top, 1/8 inch off the bottom. If you enjoy our content, subscribe to our channel. Give us a like and a comment. I always go through the comments, read them, try to answer them best of my ability. I enjoy the comments. There we go. Again, taking about an 1/8 of an inch off the top and the bottom. The doors are squared up by our machine right over there, the clamps, so Not worried about that. Just want to get these cut down perfectly, so that way when Jacob gets back, went to go get a little lunch, he will be able to start routering these doors. There we go, no burn marks, love that. Saw blade's really nice. Really, this is all there is to cutting these down. The width is harder. It's pretty much an 1/8 though, so it's not too difficult. You just want to make sure everything is the exact same. Trying to make sure the side that goes up to the fence doesn't have any glue stick out. Because once in a while it does. And that can throw you out of square. So, cutting these down here, getting this done. And then, thank you, Jakey. Be done with these once I get the height, and then I'll start doing the width on these. Jacob is now routering down the last part of this door order for this Egret white kitchen remodel. I'm going to start puttying, just making sure anything's filled that needs to be filled. I'm going to start double checking everything. Once the putty's done, the router's done, the double checking's done, we will palm sand these with 150 grit. I don't like using 220 because the product isn't as here as well, whether it's paint or stain or primer or clear coat or anything. So we use 150, make it super smooth. If I can grab this pencil, that'd be great. And then we'll bore everything with the boom mini press and be done with these doors. As long as everything was made correctly. They're priming and spraying them right now, Egret white. And then Jacob might go deliver some cabinets, not sure, but we for sure are going to work on the second angled shelf cabinet thing. All of the doors for this Egret white kitchen remodel are now completed. Some of them are even primed up. They're looking nice and good. Jacob, well, Carl's coming back to get the rest of the cabinets. I think Jacob might have to go and bring some as well. Not sure on that. But I'm going to get these set up so when Carl backs up, he can get them. And then next task is to start building or finishing the one cabinet with toe kick and then pretty much build the exact same thing again. So I'm gonna get these loaded up for Carl and we'll see if Jacob has to go. I'm gonna start building cabinets. Time to get all of the cabinets loaded up into the vans. So Carl and Jacob can go drop them off, get the rest of the old ones out of there, start installing some of these lowers. Made a little bit of progress on this cabinet. I have my left and my right side. It's gonna be a lower that's 24 inches deep that butts to it. So 24 inches deep. This whole part needs to be 17 3/4, so 17 3/4 minus 3/4 because that's where it's butting into. Cut that piece at 17. It's all 30.5 high because I'm gonna make the toe kick separately. I have my 4 triangles, 2 shelves that are fixed, and the top and the bottom. That way I can attach my toe kick, and the top is where the countertop's gonna sit. So now I just need to attach all 4 of those, just like I did here with screws and some glue. Tracing out my lines. And then I'm going to put the filler on the front because I'm not edge banding this. I don't like edge banding, quite honestly. So once that's completed, I will start building out my toe kick. The toe kick before was kind of in and out. It goes from 1 1/4 to 1 to 1 3/4. So I need to kind of match that because they're not redoing the flooring at this moment. So I need to kind of figure out the best course of action to do that. Get it as close as possible. Attach it from the bottom here so you never see it. And then I'm going to sand, get these all looking nice and pretty before we prime and spray these. The second cabinet is built and my first coat of this grain wood filler putty stuff is on. I've seen other people use this instead of edge banding, so that's why I'm doing it. I just don't want to edge band, and I don't know. I don't like, edge banding is really nice, but I don't like it because I don't want it to peel up or anything. I think this will be better. I'm going to sand it down sort of like this to get it nice and smooth and thin, so it's not like a built-up layer of something, and then the primer and paint will go over it. I'll put it on nice. Worst case, I'll kind of foam brush it in or roll it on and then spray over it, so that way there's no roller or brush marks, but it really gets in there and covers the edges. So this cabinet needs fully sanded and a toe kick. This cabinet I'm going to sand. Once this is dry, I'll recoat it, and then I need to fully sand it and toe kick. So I start figuring out how to do the toe kick. I made an executive decision here to just go with the more recessed number that I measured. So it varied from 1 to 1 3/4. I think I'm just gonna go with 1 3/4. And worst case, I don't know, I'll pack out the toe kick or something. I just think I want to cut like 22.5, 45-degree angles on this toe kick here, and it's gonna get wonky if it's not like square. So I'm just gonna do it and live with it, and then we'll just have to. We might pack the toe kick out. We might have to do something on site, but I think that's easier than what I was going to attempt. So I'm gonna get some measurements. I have some offcuts from the shelving here that hopefully I'll be able to trim down. It's the wrong orientation, but I'll be able to trim down essentially and kind of make work once I build out the legs of the toe kick. I'm going to build out 1, 2, and then 45/3 as a triangle, put that piece on the top, and then screw up into the bottom. So that way everything's held together. And then once that's done, I'll give everything a nice, flush, perfect sand. Start putting coats of primer and paint on these. Since this is all MDF, probably gonna do like 2 coats of primer, so it gets super covered in there. I am gonna sand it. So we're using really good MDF, a high quality cabinet grade, but I just want the primer to really soak in there good. Prime it, sand it, prime it, and then probably about 4 coats of our product on there in the Egret white. They are coming along nicely though. I'm really kind of happy with them. They're not perfect, nothing is, but these are the only measurements I took really that I could have from the cabinets on site without getting the cabinets out of there. And it all measured out, so should work out hopefully. I just finished this cabinet with the toe kick, 35 tall, inside to inside is 28 3/4, 30.5-inch tall face frame minus the toe kick, 2 solid shelves, the top and the bottom. That cabinet's done. Now I need to do the toe kick for this cabinet. That being said though, I think I'm gonna sign off for the day and just work on that toe kick. Please subscribe to the channel. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook, obviously YouTube, and check out our website. Professional. We measure, build, install, spray, stain, clear coat, everything. We don't outsource anything besides like the countertop of the flooring, but family-owned flooring company we deal with, family-owned countertop company that we deal with that does all of our jobs. So anyone in your house, we know. See you tomorrow. Adios.